there's been a lot of response to your appearance. Glenn Beck, he had an interesting response. Let's take a look.
That sounds like the ravings of a fascist. That's what that sounds like. And quite honestly, I believe that's what that guy is. You cannot respect the founders and build a mountain of deceit that you stand on to declare the Constitution to be supreme and be a decent human being.
Fascist, how do you respond?
Well, fascists always seek to disarm the general population. And then he says I'm a liar in that same piece because the government didn't buy over 1 billion bullets in the last year. That's AP and Reuters that they've bought over 1 billion plus bullets. And he said, I'm a liar. That's the mountain of lies. He did a piece saying I'm a liar about FEMA camps, even though it's in the Emergency Centers Establishment Act, admits they're already there. The Civilian Inmate Labor Camp Program, I'm giving people real names. The Army Manual, just type in Army Manual Re-Education Center, and it talks about it all, army.mil. But he thinks his audience is stupid. He's a gatekeeper. He's the guy. And I've been a big critic of him and George W. Bush. See, I'm a constitutionalist. When Obama attacks the Constitution, I go after him. When Bill Clinton does it, I go after him. When George W. Bush does it, I go after him. I go after the NDAA when Bush does it. And when Obama continues it, or the Patriot Act under Bush, and then Obama with the NDAA, and when he continues it, this is the type of stuff that I fight. It's not about political parties. It's about the Bill of Rights and Constitution. And it's Glenn Beck that's promoted torture. You can find the clips. When Ron Paul was doing well in the primaries 4 years ago, he said, have you heard of this money bomb? That was before the general public knew what it meant. That's Ron Paul supporters planning to blow things up. I think the Army should be used against them. I mean, come on. Glenn Beck has basically taken my research. Rolling Stone did a big article about it, New York Magazine. 5 years ago, he said everything I talked about was a lie. He's taken the stuff that I've put out that's true, reworked it, re-engineered it, neoconned it, and then rolled it out later. So he's mad that I'm getting on hundreds of stations. He's mad that I'm getting attention. I mean, I'm not here trying to be numero uno like Glenn Beck. I'm here trying to save our Bill of Rights and Constitution. And the government is arming to the teeth against the American people with the 1.6 billion bullets, with the armored vehicles, with the checkpoints, with the highway checkpoints, with the TSA sticking their hands down our pants, with the warrantless wiretapping.
Alex, to that point, we have questions coming in from the community. I want to make sure that we keep moving forward. Senior Mason wants to know what you think of Glenn Beck's sudden pivot to libertarians in light of the way he treated Ron Paul during the debates.
Well, there you go again. They remember 4 years ago. A libertarian is a real liberal. Thomas Jefferson is a liberal. Freedom for everybody, Second Amendment, property rights, leave people alone, let them live the way they want to live. That's a liberty person. That's a libertarian. And Glenn Beck knows the Republican Party is dying. He knows the Democratic Party is basically turning into a massive system. And so he wants to basically come in, because most Americans call themselves libertarians, and he wants to brand it that he's the leader and he's the head of libertarians and he loves Ron Paul, while meanwhile still sniping at him on a routine basis. And that's what I don't like about Glenn Beck, is that he's not consistent, and he really disdains his audience, and he's another despicable person.
Got a lot of attention out of this, Alex. Piers Morgan got a lot of attention. I bet he's had some good ratings this week. But does it benefit the national conversation? Does it move the conversation forward on responsible gun culture?
Well, let me just finish your other point first. Look, I am fired up about liberty because I realize that the Second Amendment is only one small part of our rights being usurped. If the government was only coming after my Second Amendment, I wouldn't be as worried. But I happen to know that eugenicists, globalists, run our government now, and they have a plan to bankrupt our country under Agenda 21. And I think that this has benefited the larger debate. And I think it shows that some Americans are threatened by somebody being angry and focused, shows that America is in a trance. America has become passive with drone killings and secret arrest and NDAA and banker bailouts and Wall Street corruption. And it's time to get a pulse again. As Howard Beale said in Network, it's time to get mad. It's time to say, I'm a human being, God damn it. My life has value. I want you to go to the window. I want you to stick your head out. And I want you to say, I'm as mad as hell. And I'm not going to take this anymore. My life has value. A lot of people say, just leave us alone. I don't care about the inflation and the Russians and the shootings and the crime in the streets. Just leave us alone. Let us have our steel-belted radios and our toasted and our TiVo and our iPads and leave us alone in our living rooms. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I want you to realize the American dream is becoming a nightmare and our liberties are being systematically eradicated. Major universities call us one of the worst police states in the world. They're openly trying to curtail internet freedom. Even mainstream news admits that. We're losing our liberties. Global megabanks are exempt from all the laws they foist on us. The offshore megabanks don't even hardly pay taxes, but lobby to raise taxes on us here domestically so that they can simply extract our wealth out in corporate welfare. Learn about the New World Order. Learn about the globalists and how they fund fascists, communists, and socialists. Anything that's centralized. Learn about eugenics and the cancer viruses and the vaccines. Learn about the GMO designed to sterilize you. Learn. I've got John P. Holdren's own book right here. Hell, let me show it to you right here.
All right, Alex. I think that's about.
They put poison in the water. Poison in the water. This is a normal response to this. This is how they should have responded to Hitler.
I do like how this now sounds like a WWF promo, but I think we're going to have to let it go there. Thank you, Alex, so much for joining us.
You're in danger. Everybody watching. They control both parties. Wake up. Get out of your trance.
All right. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex. Hope you have a great day.